wanted to let go of a lot of things. I know a little bit about what happened, but what was it like for Rohit Sharma and family?
You see, I know regardless of what happens on 19th, my plan was set for the next week or so. Whether we win, whether we lose, no matter what happens, but I was going to do certain things on certain days. 19th November was the final, and 20th November we flew back home, and then I lost my wallet on that day. Honestly, I did. It just fell in the car, so I had no wallet, and I completely lost touch with all my friends because I deleted WhatsApp few days before the semi-finals actually. So I was not in touch with anyone because there was just too much happening. A lot of demands for the tickets. Can I come and meet you and things like that. A lot of friends, a lot of the unknown people who I don't know somehow. I mean, they got my number, so it was crazy. So I just wanted to completely get off the phone and then just play the World Cup. And then obviously we lost the World Cup. It was a very disappointing time. I had no idea what to do. I just told my wife that let's go back home and then just see what happens from there. Where we planned for certain things. Obviously, I thought we'll win the World Cup and we had certain plans, but obviously that didn't happen. So we were just at home, and then evening, that 20th evening, I decided to meet all my friends, close friends. So we just hung around, and then it was important for me to just get my mind out of it because it can be it was very draining, and it was very disappointing as well. So I wanted to get my mind off. Luckily, my friends are so close to me. They came along, and then we were just sitting and talking about not cricket but other stuff. Yeah.
Is it fair for me to say you've been a great white ball cricketer in international cricket at this time? You've become a really good test player in the last few years as a test batter as well, playing in some challenging conditions and doing well as well. What advice would you give to the young batter who's starting out, who wants to do really well in white ball cricket, but also who wants to be a really good test batter as well? What did Rohit Sharma do, and what is the advice you would like to give?
The advice, firstly, I mean, it's pretty basic. Be hungry. It is as simple as that. Because if that hunger is gone, if that hunger is not there, you get lazy in your approach. You get slightly complacent in your approach if you're not hungry enough. Of late, I've been very lucky to watch Virat so closely. We keep talking about him as a batsman, but people don't see what he does outside the field. His passion towards the game, and always hungry. He is always hungry to come and play. Firstly, be available to play for the team. That's the most important thing. Unless there's personal reasons, but otherwise, one thing you have to see that he's never been to NCA. You know what that?
That's a rehab program. Yes, a lot
Exactly.
of it. You want to player development as well, but it's used a lot for rehab as well.
Yeah, in his entire career, he's never been to NCA, which tells you something, right? And then obviously his passion and everything. That is what I would say that all the younger players should look up to him for that. Leave alone how he plays the cover drive, how he plays the flick, cut, whatever that is. First things first, you got to understand the qualities, certain qualities that makes the player where they are today. That is what you have to understand, and that is what you have to look. So for me also, and I have watched him enough, he can easily be satisfied and he said, okay, यार ठीक है चलो दो तीन series I'll take it easy, I'll come later, I want to have a break. But no, he's always there for the team. So that is what I would tell them, that I'll see. And that mindset of being hungry, not being complacent, cannot be taught. You have to learn from yourself, looking at the others. You have to. Those are the things that it has to be. It has to come from within. You have to look at certain players, how they behave around you, and then learn from it. Because maybe I can't teach you. कि Dinesh, you have to be hungry. कैसे hungry रह सकते हैं भाई? नहीं, you can't. तो वो सब चीज है. You have to look at certain players and then understand that. So That is the first thing I would say, rather than going technical too much कि ये conditions में ऐसा खेलना है. That is the first aspect that I want them to understand. When you're playing for India, got to be hungry. You stay hungry all the time. Uh, bring that passion, that pride of representing the team and being out there in the sun, playing for the team and getting the job done for the team. Those are the things that I want all of these guys to have first, and then the technical aspect of the game will take over. As they play more and more cricket, they'll understand कि भाई South Africa में, you know, this is the bounce, that's how you have to play. Australia में this is the bounce, England में ऐसा होता है. वो हम लोग भी ऐसे ही सीखे. I have learned it like that. Like since I started opening the batting, I've understood few things that was not there before. What I need to do now. So all those things, they will figure it out on their own.
Let's talk about Test cricket and Ashwin. How would you describe his journey so far?
Uh, we've all seen it. Dinesh has been such a successful bowler for us. So many series that we've won in India. He's got the major part of it, man. He's played such an important role in winning us those series. People can easily say, "Oh, India mein to hum jeet jate hain. It's easy," but it's not easy, yaar. It's like you still have to get the opposition out. You still have to score runs. It is Test cricket, but of course played in a different venue. When you go outside, when you play here, venues are different, but the ball and the bat is the same. Oh yeah, it's SG ball and Kookaburra ball, but that doesn't make a difference. It's still red ball, and you still have to bat whatever is thrown at you. So you still have to play cricket and win games and take wickets, score runs. You still have to do all of that. So as in the last, you know, decade or so, is uh, every series that we played in India, I can remember that he's played major part in it for us to win the series. Because the way he's bowled, the way he's taken up the challenge, to come out and give us that breakthroughs whenever there is a partnership. He's been always there, and he's got class. Yeah, he's got class. Uh, close to 500 wickets as well now. So yeah, it'll be a big landmark for him, and we are all of us can't wait for it.
Now, one last question, and we're done here. What is Rohit Sharma's goal as a Test captain?
Basic, very basic cricket. I want to win games, want to win championships, want to win overseas. All of that is there.
Did it hurt the World Test Championship final loss?
Of course, every championship that you lose, you don't make it. It does hurt, but like, but I believe the process towards reaching the final is the most important thing. Now we are in good process of creating such a good team, a good environment, uh, and a culture within the group where people will not fear too much about their place, not their personal scores. That is what I want to bring in. There is a culture of playing cricket in this team that I was focusing on, and that I still focusing on. And I wanted to bring certain change. You know, Players going out there and playing with a lot of freedom. People are not looking at numbers. People are not looking at their personal scores. Just play the game. Numbers will take care of itself if you are, if you're playing well, if you're fearless, if your mind is clean and clear. Other things will take care of itself. But don't go out there looking for, okay, can I get a 50 here? Can I get a 100? Obviously, all those numbers are good. It'll happen, but just take that completely out of your mind and just focus on the game. Enjoy, you know, the surrounding. Enjoy the atmosphere within the group. Enjoy the camaraderie that we've created now within the group. That is what it is. For me, that's the most important. We've had clear conversations with selectors that if the guy is going and doing the job for the team, we will back him. As simple as that. The guy needs the freedom as well to go out there and execute what the team members are asking or the team management is asking from him. So the conversation has happened with the selectors quite clearly about all of this. So we'll see how the next 6 months goes for us.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Good luck for the series.